so we're trying out something new here with a podcast called the Specter Pod, where today we're going to be talking about ghost EVPs and if I think they're real or fake. Now, I've been doing this for about 6 years and I've never really caught one. Spirit box, I've had that work. Just about everything else I've tried, I have good confidence in. But trying to catch a ghostly voice on a voice recorder when nobody is speaking, I've never had that work. And here to
Yeah,
join me
I've
to talk
I've only
about it
had.
is
Oh, go
Asher.
ahead, go ahead.
No, no, they know who you are. It's Asher from the
All right.
museum.
So, I mean, I have had one experience with a EVP device, but it wasn't really like decipherable or nothing. Like you couldn't really tell what it was saying, or if it was even, or if it was just like background noise. It was just you couldn't really explain it, but you also couldn't really, you know, say it was a ghost.
Yeah, to me, EVPs are hit or miss. They're either really good or they're apparently like, come on. So that's why I pulled up a YouTube video, which I will give credit to whoever made the video. But you're not gonna be able to see it, but you'll be able to hear it with us. It is, let's see who made this. 6 Terrifying Ghost EVP Recording by Scary Mysteries. This was put up like 7 years ago, and it's like 17 minutes long. We're just gonna go through here and listen to them and give our takes on it. How's that sound?
Yeah, and during this, we can go to some personal recordings that we do have. It's
Yeah,
not EVP,
it's
but
Spirit
it
Box, but it's
is
really good.
Spirit Box responses, and there are a couple in there that are kind of eerie.
Yeah, there's some
But
in there that, if like the ones you showed me earlier, those are really different, so to
yeah,
speak.
and whenever it happened, like I mean, we obviously didn't know it at the time, but whenever I went back and analyzed it later that day, I was able to go in there and hear it, and I went in there, and also the only thing I done to actually like edit the sound, I didn't change the way it sounds at all. All I
You
done
just
was
boosted it.
amplify it
Yeah, yeah,
so it's easier to hear it.
yeah. That's what I mostly try to do with mine. I know when we done the episode with the little piece of the Bobby Mackey's Portal to Hell, that's exactly what we done with it. So every time it spoke and I thought there was something to it, I would amplify it so you could actually hear it a little bit better. All right, so without further ado,
Mm.
you ready to get into this video?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see what we got. All right.
Some people say there's no such thing as ghosts. Others say some of the most convincing evidence that spirits do walk among us are through electronic voice phenomena recordings, otherwise known as EVPs. If you've never heard a ghost communicate before, you're about to. These are 6 terrifying ghost EVP recordings. Number 6. We're Not Dead.
Okay.
Okay.
In January 2010, the American Paranormal Research Association was conducting a paranormal investigation inside the Linda Vista Community Hospital.
I know exactly where this is.
Where's that?
Ghost Adventures went here. Zach Bagans went here.
Oh,
Yeah.
is this the one where this woman like fell out one of the top story windows or
I
something?
think that place was nuts. The one thing I remember, they went there twice, but in the first episode, uh, Nick is standing there with his night vision camera and he sees like a woman's face in front of him in person.
Oh, with the night vision?
Yeah, and no, he saw it with his own eyes is the scary part.
Okay, so
Like,
he
the
wasn't
moment it
actually
happened,
able to capture it though.
oh yeah, the moment it happened, his camera quit working.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know exactly where this is at. It's in California.
yeah, ghosts do tend to have that type of effect on batteries. They can use them to, yeah, they can use it for energy for themselves, but in return, it will drain your batteries, and that's how you know you could have a ghostly presence.
Yeah, which it's hard to say whether or not I've had that happen before because
Yeah, I don't think we have.
no, I mean
Not yet, anyway.
yeah, you got to think most of the equipment we have is well, let me put it like this: most of the equipment we had when we started was not that good.
Yeah, well, I mean, I my experience doing ghost hunting. I mean, whenever I first started out, like I didn't have anything except for a phone and a camera on the phone, and I mean, we did like. I mean, there was like apps on the phone you could use, but you know, they're not really reliable like the actual instruments are.
Yeah, and honestly, since we got better stuff, having batteries go out insanely quick really hasn't been that much of a problem.
Yeah, but we also haven't been in heavily haunted areas before, like
That's
to this
true.
extent. Not yet. Hopefully soon.
You know, that next month when we go
Yeah,
to
that
that, yeah, I've got a feeling
yeah,
about that place.
that next one's gonna be crazy.
Even my dad has said that he thinks we're gonna find something in there because he has heard stories about that house.
Yeah, there's a lot of stories about that house.
Yeah, we can't spoil too much of where it's at, but you will find out
No,
in the coming weeks.
but just know it
It's
is
good.
going to be a very great episode. It's gonna definitely top the first
Yeah,
episode.
it's gonna top all the ones we've done in the past too. I seriously think that one's gonna run like 45 minutes long because we're gonna have plenty of
Yeah.
footage.
Well,
But
with my experience with like different ghost hunting, like there was this one place that I told you about is behind that corner store,
yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah, that place has a history as well. Like there was this old couple over there that I they weren't doing too well or something. Like their mental state wasn't there. Like they were just deteriorating mentally, and this the older guy was trying to commit suicide with a revolver, and his wife actually come over there and was trying to keep him from doing it, but he already had his finger on the trigger, and she tried to get the gun away from him, but that caused him to shoot, and it
Holy crap!
yeah, it ended up making him pass away, and
Oh,
there was no, I mean, and there's well, I don't think I can say the next part, but you might have to bleep it out.
oh yeah. What
But
you got?
so the brain matter from him actually, well, skull fragments went up into the ceiling and was actually still there at the time
Holy
that I
crap!
was ghost hunting, and it was like there was like some residual like energy, and it was not friendly at all because of the death.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but if you still got like skull fragments in the ceiling from somebody dying, that's like a recipe
It-
for unrest.
they painted over it like
No,
with
that's
white paint.
not. That's not
But the
right.
thing is the same corner where that happened, you could still see the bullet hole.
Oh my
They did
god.
not patch that.
Yeah, no, that's a recipe for disaster. Good lord. Yeah, no
And
wonder.
there, there's a lot more that happened, and I will make it short. But long story short, we set up a chess game, just normal chess. You know, we had all the pieces set up the way you're supposed to. We didn't play it or nothing. We just set it there just to have it there because I mean, what else? We didn't really have any other like instruments to use, so we used what we had. And so as we were doing our rounds on the house and everything to see if there was any presents, we were just me and my cousin were sitting there talking, and there's this piece like it was a 2x6 setting up against the wall, like up against it, like you like you couldn't even move it really. I mean, you could move it, but it would take a lot of force to move it. And we were just sitting there talking. My cousin was sitting there next to it, and the way it was sitting, like it was leaned up against it, so it's more stable, you know. So,
Right.
uh, and then all of a sudden we're sitting there talking, uh, and then the piece of wood just slides and it hits him in the back of the head, and it just with both of our eyes we saw it, and it just some force moved it and it slid down the wall and hit him in the back of the head. Like it didn't
Good
hurt him or
lord.
nothing, like, but It definitely was not nothing we done. It wasn't a draft because a 2x6 is pretty heavy. It was
Yeah,
about a 6 foot piece, and so needless to say, it would take a good bit of force to be able to get that to move, and we were the only ones in the house at the time,
good lord.
and it moved by itself and hit him in the back of the head,
You know,
and
that's one thing we have never got on video is something moving by itself.
yeah,
I
we've
want
gotten
that.
unexplained noises, knocks,
Ghost
we've
orbs,
got ghost orbs,
but I want to
and
see something move. Now, one time, this only happened one time. I don't even know if you remember it. I don't even think we got you into this when this happened. This was like very, very early on. We caught a disembodied voice one time on camera, and it has not happened again since. I still
where
got
was
the
this at?
video. It was at the DAV.
Hmm. You
Yeah.
say you still got the video?
Yes, I still got the
Hmm.
video.
I'll have to try to show that if you can find it.
Oh yeah, I got it on my phone. I know exactly where it's at. Yeah, I still got it. It's crazy. The only thing that sucks is I can't show it because who's in it ain't on the team anymore because it's been so long ago. But
Yeah, yeah.
after this, I will definitely send it to you because it's so the lady that we were with, uh, she was able to talk to him like it was nobody's business. It was crazy just to sit back and watch it. And she walks past the camera, and it's definitely not her voice. She did not say it. Nobody heard it when it happened. She walks by, and all you hear is another female go, "Hey," loud. It's very loud.
Oh, it was like a knock or
Oh no, it was a lady saying "Hey," and it was very loud.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah. I
nobody
think you got
heard it.
cut off. You got cut off right
Oh,
there. I
did it?
couldn't really hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh, Nobody said it. Nobody said "Hey." It was none of us. We didn't even hear
yeah,
it till we went back and watched it. It was insane.
yeah. Needless to say, there's a lot of stuff that has happened that we have not been able to get on camera, and I wish we could, but it's
Yeah, I
just
mean,
you gotta be perfect with it. You gotta have the perfect timing. You gotta have cameras rolling at all times, and we just didn't. I didn't have the equipment then that we do now though. So a lot of our ghost hunts are gonna get a lot better.
yeah. See, what sucks is that was a problem in the past. Is we'd get really good evidence and there wouldn't be a camera rolling on it. I hate to
Yeah,
say
we
it,
used
that
to do it for our own
just
our own
yeah,
uh like a hobby, and it still is a hobby. And I mean, we're not trying to make no living off of it. We want to do this because we want to show people that this type of stuff can be real and it is real. And we're trying to convert, not really trying to convert people to believe it, but if you're a skeptic, some of the stuff we see, it can actually give them doubts about it.
yeah, right.
But enough talking. We can get back
Yeah,
to the video
yeah,
now.
I was about to say, but we just completely rabbit holed to a whole other topic.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'm
But
about to.
it's always good to have some ghost stories in
Yeah,
between.
might as well. Yeah, I don't see a
I mean,
problem.
that's the whole thing. That's the whole reason why we're doing
Yeah,
this.
whole point of the podcast, so might as well roll with it. All right, let's see. Let's see what they got.
in Los Angeles, California. The hospital originally opened in 1904 and was prosperous, providing patients with things like butter, eggs, vegetables, poultry, and fresh milk, something no hospital did at the time. In 1924, a fire burned it down, but it was rebuilt and functioned well for decades. But by the 70s, this place began its decline, and soon the neighborhood around it also became less affluent, which affected its funding.
I remember
This
I
directly
remember this place.
led to the
Yeah,
decline in the quality of care workers there, as well as doctors. It was officially closed in 1991, and stories about the mistreatment and abuse of patients became rampant. After it was closed, the hospital became a center for paranormal investigations and was also used in various Hollywood films.
If I remember
Guards there
correctly,
reported seeing
can you
shadows.
pause it real quick?
yeah,
If I remember correctly, there was in that Ghost Adventures episode, they were in there, and there was that, you know how like in hospitals they have like the calling button for the nurse.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what episode you're talking about. It was in LA, but it was a different hospital.
Oh, it's a
Yeah,
different
yeah,
hospital.
I know
Okay.
exactly. Yeah, that was spooky. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Shadows and hearing weird humming sounds and even cries in the night. Those who visit have also said they've been pushed and touched by unseen hands. In particular, there are 3 reported spirits that haunt the hospital. This includes an orderly making the rounds, a little girl seen crying, and a young woman pacing the hallways. When the paranormal researchers conducted their investigations, they were exploring the basement area when they recorded an unusual EVP. They inquired how the spirits were actually connected with the hospital, and surprisingly, they actually got a response. Here is the audio in which you can hear the voice say, "We're not dead."
How are you associated with the hospital?
Oh, that's freaky.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's freaky.
That's
let me
definitely sounds like a
let,
disembodied voice.
let me get an instant replay on that.
Associated with the hospital.
Oh,
I wonder what type of EVP recorder they used.
I don't know, because that's a lot clearer than I expected
I
it to
mean,
be.
a lot of them I see they use like a Sony one, like a Sony like
Yeah,
voice recorder.
you would not believe how much those go for on eBay. Like the actual Sony recorders everybody uses, they're expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think about that one?
I don't know. I mean, it didn't sound like it was like right next to him or nothing. It sounded like it was off in the distance.
Yeah, I mean that one's not
So,
bad
but
for the number
there's not a.
6. That's
The
not
thing
bad.
is there's not a video to go with it,
Yeah,
so
I
you
want to
can't
see the
really.
video. Yeah. I wonder if any of
But
these are gonna have videos.
I have a feeling a lot of them aren't.
Yeah, that's the only downside to this.
How are you associated with the hospital?
I mean, it's not horrible.
It's very distinct,
Which
like
if you
like a
okay,
human
if
said it
you were
though.
to show me a video of them in this moment actually doing that, I would be more compelled to believe it. But when
Yeah,
it's just the
because
audio, I've got to take
it's
them
not
at their
just
word.
it's not just about audio in these situations. You wanna know the whole context
Yes, I
of
want to see it.
where everyone's at, how you that way you know where everyone is at, and you can try to locate where that voice come from if no one else done that.
Yeah, how are we supposed to know it's not just some guy down the hallway whispering it so it gets caught?
And that's one thing is whenever you do EVP sessions, you want to have at least 2 people there. That way, I mean, you don't want to have more. You don't want to have more than 2 people in an EVP session, in my opinion, because a lot of you
It
could easily
contaminates it.
like
Yeah,
contaminate it.
there's too
So
much that can go wrong.
2 people in an EVP session would be about ideal. One. I mean, you want to have someone else witness it, so that way you don't have just one person saying it. That because if that's the case, then no one's gonna believe that one person. It's more believable if 2 people or 2 people witnessed it.
Yeah, to me, it's more believable if it's just a small group, like 2 people, and somebody filming it. There's no questioning it. If you got it on film, you know the timestamp when it happened, and you go back and look, and everybody's not moving, not talking, not doing nothing. To me, those
Yeah,
are the best ones, is when you can back it up.
yeah.
I
And
mean,
just to summarize it, just try to keep the amount of people at a minimum.
yeah, and I mean, if you gotta have a lot of people, tell everybody just to not move. Stay still for like 2 minutes. Just don't do nothing.
Yeah,
And
because
and
I mean,
please
any
have a
sort of
camera.
contamination, I mean, that just messes up the whole EVP session because then you don't know what is what.
Exactly. All right, let's see what they got for the number 5.
Number 5. I'm not done here.
Oh, does it
In
sound like a residual
2011,
energy?
paranormal
No.
investigators explored the Cafe Sports House in the greater Manchester area. It wasn't always a pub, but was first opened as the Roxy Cinema in July of 1929. The auditorium had a distinctive circular seating area that featured raised seats, and it was capable of accommodating more than 900 people. The Roxy closed down in 1965 and was boarded up for several
This is
years
a
before
theater.
skateboarding became popular, and it was transformed into a skate park. Eventually, it was changed into a squash club, and then into the cafe sports pub that it is today. It has
It's a lot
3
of different
floors,
places.
a massive cellar that is now a gym, a bar, and a huge bingo
And
area
that
that has
can
remained fairly the
possibly
same
anger.
as before.
Yeah, if you change something majorly, it can make them mad. Because I mean, that's like
Yeah,
that's like
because
somebody
that's
moving in
how.
your house and being like, "Oh yeah, let's do this, this, and this." And you're like, "Oh, hold on a minute."
Because I mean, there's some spirits out there that just, I mean, they may not even know that they're dead yet. I
Yeah,
mean, they have unfinished business that or they I mean, trauma can also uh cause like, I mean, unrest in spirits.
and then here you are changing what they're familiar with. Yeah, of course they're not gonna be
And
happy about it.
from my experience, I mean, I think there's two different types of, or two or three different types of spirits. There's, you got the residual spirit, which isn't very, they won't give you any sort of intelligible answer to your questions. They will just, most of the time they might not even answer you. They're just reliving the thing over and over again that could have possibly caused them to pass away.
That's why I think at the museum what we run into was actually pretty intelligent because it seemed like it knew what we were doing. It was
Yeah.
answering questions and it was trying to lead us to what, why it was still there. And it was exactly, it wasn't done there. It was like unfinished business. Or it was attached
Yeah.
to an item, one of the two.
Yeah, and then you kind of already got the second one I was gonna say is the intelligent spirit, which I don't really know. I mean, I don't really know what would cause an intelligent spirit to stay where it's at, besides some sort of attachment to the place. That maybe they died in their home or something, or got murdered in their home, and they reside there because of that, and they don't want to go until they finish what they set out to do.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's like somebody, if somebody's murdered violently in a house, they're probably gonna stick around because some people, like, if somebody was to break in your house in the middle of the night and you not know anybody was there and you get like shot and die, you're out. You're done quick. I think some
Yeah.
people die so fast they don't even realize they're dead. You know, they don't know.
Yeah, and then here comes the third one that I believe is, and it kind of goes hand in hand with intelligent spirits.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
intelligent spirits can be good or bad,
Right.
and it just depends on their manner of death. In my opinion, that's how it depend. I mean, that's how they act after they die. Is if they died a very angry death by someone else, then they're gonna be an angry spirit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But if they say they just die from natural causes and they somehow were able to, I mean, that I think that's what natural causes is, what causes like some sort of residual effect, I feel like. But intelligent spirits, I don't really have an opinion on how they can be there. It's just that's what we're here to figure out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the more we keep doing it, I think the more we'll understand.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta hear this. I gotta hear this dude say he ain't done.
For a long time, those who have explored and occupied the place have reported hearing noises coming up from inside the cellar. Shadows have also been seen in another hot spot around the corridors near the bathrooms, and a mysterious man has been spotted close to the end area of the bar. Investigators have reported unusual phenomena while inside, including seeing
Looks like a
moving
real picture.
objects like
Yeah.
punching bags swinging on their own, and even tables levitating into the air.
Oh wow.
Perhaps the most controversial and terrifying experiences was when investigators captured an EVP in 2011. It was recorded while investigators explored the pub, and in it you can
Whoa,
hear a
that
whispering
is
voice telling the researchers that they are still in fact a
that's an
presence
old
in the
EVP recorder.
establishment.
Yeah.
The people standing next to the recorder at the time did not hear anything at all, and it wasn't until it was
Most
examined
of the time you
after
can't.
that the whisper
Oh,
was
look who
finally
that is.
heard.
Oh, Zach Bagans.
Here it is so you can judge for yourself.
Oh, that is
Now, hold on a minute.
that is the that is as definitive as you can get, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Like
that's.
that first one, honestly, in my opinion, is just sounded like someone actually just said, "We're n or what did it say?
We're not dead. I think that's what it
We're
was.
not
Yeah.
dead." It just honestly sounded like a person saying that, but
This one's
this sounds like
creepy.
it took a lot of energy to manifest that answer.
Let me hear that again. The only thing that sucks about this one is there's a lot of background noise going on.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah,
Good
that is
lord.
truly
Yeah,
like
that's extreme. Alright, so what's bad is when it comes to EVPs, until I get one myself, I'm still 50-50. I've got to
yeah,
get one. That way I know for a fact that
they can happen.
they can happen. That's right. Now, here's the part you're going to be excited of. If you want to, go ahead and showcase your spirit box evidence and we will have a listen to that.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and pull that up. This is going to be fun. I've already heard some of them. Alright, so while we were sitting here talking, he mentioned to me he had a video he would like to share of a ghost orb that he caught. How long ago was this video made?
Well, I will say it is not what I call it is what one of our other investigators caught in their house while
Oh, I got you.
this was a while back. But they were doing like a session in their house because of I don't want to get too far into it because I don't know how personal it is. But
Right.
basically, they feel like there was some sort of attachment from somewhere else that they ended up that it ended up following them. So they did their own like ghost hunt in their house, and during the ghost hunt, there was a ghost orb that seemingly was caught, and I mean, I tried to debunk it as much as I could, but I still can't. I mean, I still don't know, like how to debunk it because it was in what I mean. Usually with the ghost orb, it comes in the frame and disappears in the same frame. It don't
Right.
go out of frame,
Alright, well, yeah, let's
and
see
that's
this.
exactly what happened.
Let's see. Alright, I got it pulled up. Let's see here. Yeah, go ahead and play it. We'll take a look at it. Yep, right there. Right there. I saw that.
Yeah. So I was in this area right here, just at the corner of this table. It just come through here and just disappeared and all in the same frame. And it was very fast, so I had to slow it down.
Yeah, you can definitely see it. It's different.
If you saw the full video, like in full speed,
It's
like
probably a miracle that somebody saw it.
yeah, I watched this video so many times and then there was just one time I watched it and I saw that like very fast. It's not even a second long. It's like half a second. It's there,
Good lord.
and so I had to slow it down to a full second just so you could actually see it.
That's. Yeah, it's quick. I'll give it that. It's quick.
And we still don't know like what is causing this REM pod to go off either. Like there's I mean this lamp right here isn't on, so that isn't causing any uh any sort of electrical interference, and it steadily just went off multiple times. I mean, just was in every different direction, like it was hovering around it.
Yeah, that's definitely different. Uh, so you got spirit box stuff too, right?
Yes, I
Uh,
do.
Play the one that you showed me earlier where it sounded like a goat come through it. That
Okay.
that's my favorite one because that's horrible.
Archive. Here. Oh, you said the goat one?
Yes, that's my
All right.
favorite one. Yeah, check this
All
out.
right. And you will hear in the background the REM pod still going off, but this is just audio. And I will state again that the only sort of editing I've done to the audio is to just amplify the noise. That's it. All right.
That's that.
And
Yeah, that's my
it
favorite.
sounds just like a goat bleat.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I hate that honestly.
And there's this other one that was very, very unsettling. And it was just all I can say to explain it is it's some sort of drone, and I don't at this point I don't know if it was caught through the spirit bots or if the camera caught it.
Oh, have I heard this one?
Yeah, you heard it, but I can't tell if it's the camera that caught the drone. So if it was actually the camera, then it could be considered an EVP,
Yeah, that's true.
but it was just it was, in my opinion, it was just too clear of a drone to be from the spirit bots, because the spirit bot scans very fast,
Yeah,
so
like you
there's
can
a little
tell.
bit of yeah. But I will show it right here and see what your opinion is on it.
Can you tell us your name more clearly?
See, to me, that sounds like it's coming off the camera and not the spirit box.
Sounds too clear.
It's almost too clear. It
So
just
that very well could be an EVP
yeah.
that we caught unknowingly.
Because see, the thing is with the spirit, it don't have the quality of the spirit box. It's way more clear. You know what? Hit that one more time.
Right.
Can you tell us your name more clearly?
See,
And
it doesn't.
yeah, and I feel like it responded to the her asking for its name, and it was just getting like very annoyed with them asking all these
Oh,
questions.
you think instead of like a groan, like it was in pain, it's more like a
Yeah, like,
kind of
oh my God,
yeah.
like
I could see that.
they won't stop asking questions.
What's the one
And
at the
I'll play it
top I
one.
seen called confirmed spirit response?
I mean, we can check it out.
Yeah, let's find out.
Oh, there it was. Let's see. It was pretty early on. It was
Oh,
like
dang.
right in here. Uh, and I really don't know what it was responding to, but it sounds like yeah.
Oh,
Sounds
yeah,
like it's
yeah,
saying
yeah.
yeah.
I could hear that. Yeah, I could hear yeah in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
could
don't know
hear
what that. I don't know what that was up here.
that. That's strange.
Let's see. And then here's a very
Yeah, no,
unsettling one
I
too.
don't like that one.
And
He showed me this
this
earlier, and it sounds like a baby crying. It's something.
sounds like a baby crying, but the thing is right after you hear the baby cry, it sounds like some sort of like a mother or something after it. Like I'll play it and I'll
Yeah, I
let
gotta
you
hear this.
form your opinion on it.
Yes.
That's weird.
So
I do
you
not
hear
like that one.
you hear a baby crying, but you also hear some sort of female voice after that.
That's weird. I don't know how I feel about that one.
Yes.
That's wild.
Yeah. See, I got see. A lot of these other ones are just, let's say, multiple interactions. See what that is. Oh,
Oh, I heard that.
let's see. Yeah, what was that?
I don't know. It's female, whatever it is.
Is it hard for you to get to the REM pod because of my candles and sage?
That
Yeah, it was
one's.
just that.
That's female. Yeah, it's female
Huh.
for sure.
Let's see. I guess we'll do one of the unexplained noises.
Good or are you bad?
You hear that?
Oh.
Yeah, that. I was trying to see. During I was whenever I amplify it, it also amplifies the scanning, so I had to try to also get it to where like the frequency of the scanner, but I hadn't figured that out yet on this one.
You know, we need one. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those spirit boxes where when you hear it, you can play it back in real time. We need one of those.
Yeah, that would be great. But yeah, this one I might just have to delete because the scanner is too loud
Right.
whenever I amplified it.
Yeah, that's. I mean, there's some good
But
stuff there.
there was definitely something there though. I'll play it one more time, but it's hard to hear with the scanner being amplified as well.
Good or are you bad?
Like it
Yeah,
sounded
there's
like
something there. Yeah.
a growling noise.
Yeah, there's for sure something there. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you can
There's
definitely
also
hear it in there.
let's see this.
Good or are you bad?
Oh, this is the same one. Why do I have two of these?
There's no telling.
Good or are you bad?
Whoops. Okay. This better not be the same
If
one.
it's the same one.
Oh,
Oh, okay, that's
okay.
different.
What did y'all hear?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, they definitely heard something.
Yeah, it's
Whenever
there.
just sounds like a
It's
like a
it's got female tone to it.
I don't know. It don't even sound human. It sounds almost demonic.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like it just sounds like it's I don't know. It's like it was trying to like scream or growl or
But it couldn't.
something.
It's like halfway there.
Yeah, but I think that's about everything I got in my archives.
Alright, well, I think that's going to conclude this. You ain't going to believe what time code we're up to already.
What is that?
Would you believe that we're up to 38 minutes?
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is going to be a long one, but I think that's going to wrap it up. And in terms of whether or not I think EVPs are real, I'm still on the fence. I'm going to have to see it for myself before I make that decision.
Yeah,
There are some good ones out there,
definitely.
though.
Yeah, there's more believable ones than others, definitely.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but in that video we checked out, the very first one they showed, I I'm not buying into that one. The second one, I'll buy it into that just a little bit more. The second one was good.
Yeah.
That was creepy.
There was definitely some sort of emotion behind it too.
Yeah, it did not sound happy. Period.
Uh,
Well, that's going to conclude the first episode of the Specter Pod, and we will probably more than likely have another one out next week. I can't
yeah, I
guarantee you.
think we could try to have a like some not really a set schedule for it,
Just,
but like I say after like a good like episode or something,
Like a
we
debrief,
have a
yeah.
have a podcast afterwards to kind of, yeah, like you said, debrief it and talk about what happened and everything. I think that would be good to like elaborate on,
Yeah,
like
that's
after
not a
the
bad
hunt.
idea at all. Well, that's going to conclude it, and we will probably be back next week. We're definitely going to have one before we go to the next location. We definitely got to have a good one before then. So
Yeah.
that next week would probably be perfect for it. But as always, we will see you in the next one.